Welcome to No Stats, where we call it how we see it.
Back again with another one. I
I
can't
did it
believe you
better
tried
too.
to.
I did it
I
better
can't
too.
believe. I was just about to say. I can't believe you tried to take my mojo, man. Savage, man. We got a nice little slate to cover today. We're gonna start things off with the Milwaukee Bucks firing Mike Budenholzer, which wasn't surprising, but I thought they would have waited a little bit more into the offseason to let him go, but they got his ass up out of there. That's what happens when you make.
You had something to do with that, didn't you? You was writing letters and emails.
I started a petition. Oh man, I needed a certain amount of signatures. But when you make rookie mistakes in the playoff, as battle tested as a coach like Mike Budenholzer was, I think that played a part, like in his exit. The lack of adjustments, the lack of executing on the X's and O's in this Miami Heat series. And I know Giannis went down early, but it was just a lackluster effort on their part. I know the players have to play the game, but you as the coach, we seen it with Steve Kerr last night after that game one loss to the Lakers. He came back and he made adjustments, and that's something we'll get to later in the episode. But take me through some of your thoughts on the Milwaukee Bucks letting go of Mike.
I don't think he should have been fired, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think he had a bad, really bad ending to this season and had high hopes. But this is a championship coach. How many of those do you have in the league? I actually seen something the other day where it was like out of the last 5 NBA champions, only one head coach remained, and that was Steve Kerr. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, what are you looking for? You know what I mean? Like, that pinnacle of success, to reach that, the top of the league and get a MVP, and Mike Budenholzer has Coach of the Years, I think plural. How much better? Are you just looking for something different? I don't know, bro. I think it was a little. Now, if this happened again next year, then it's like, all right. But last year, Chris Middleton was hurt. I think if he's not hurt, they have a chance to get to the finals again. If I'm not mistaken, the year before that, they just won the finals. And then, they laid the egg this year, but, it happens. And I don't know, bro. I'm interested to see where their next move is going to be.
I think they need to get a Mark Jackson in there, man. They gotta get
I've been waiting for Mark Jackson to get hired since 2014, bro.
He's overdue, man. And I think I had stated it before. Like, I think they just need a new voice, man. Sometimes things get stale. Yeah, and we also don't know what was going on, because to be honest with you, excluding that championship, I feel like Mike been on a hot seat his whole tenure in Milwaukee. I just, I would see reports all the time like, oh, they might be getting Mike Budenholzer out here. Oh, he might be fired after this season. And
so maybe they were just waiting for this to happen there.
Yeah, they probably just needed something like, all right, like it's definitely time for a change, man. And Mike has a resume. He's gonna get another job like that.
Yeah, he's gonna land on his feet.
So definitely want to, send him some positive vibes during this time. At the end of the day, it was a job. We don't want to see anybody lose their jobs and stuff. But as the executive president, I need you to make the right calls.
Absolutely.
Moving on. I couldn't wait. Wait for this. Your sack of shit MVP got his award, and shout out to my man Bobby. My man Bobby said he was just drinking all his beer and eating all these oxtails, nursing that fucking injury. No, but seriously though,
he looked horrible.
4 for 9, 4 for 9, dude, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut him some slack. I'm gonna play the nice guy here. He was coming off the injury. You know what I mean? It was a lot of emotions, right? And you're on the road in Boston after already winning, so they're going to come out with a vengeance. You don't want to mess things up. You still want James Harden to get his shots after coming off that big game. James Harden also shit the bed and had a lousy performance. I think it was just hard to mesh and get that thing back going, especially on the road, especially coming off that injury first game back. So I think, game 3, and this is recorded before game 3. But I think game 3, he'll play much better. It'll be a close game. I don't want to say the Sixers going to get the win, but you can expect a better performance from Embiid.
So should I lock that over 28 and a half? Should I lock that
That's
in?
what it's at.
I don't even know. That game too, his over was just like I think 25 and a half, which is surprising.
Yeah.
And I factor in, the best players are gonna see the toughest coverages. So I don't know if they're gonna double him a lot, get the ball out of his hands. I just, Embiid can't take 9 shots on this team, man. For them to be and I think he definitely comes out aggressive tonight, rides that home crowd. I'm definitely expecting a big game. I want to ask you, because the Sixers had a lot of momentum still in that game 1 in Boston. Kind of laid the egg in game 2. Boston cruised to the win. These next 2 games in Philly, does Philly get one? Do Philly get one?
I think they can. Man, I don't know, bro. I think Philly is so scared of Boston. I know the crowd will be into it. I know if the Sixers go on a run, I know the atmosphere will be electric, at home for the Sixers. But the players have to get in those runs. I think they can get one. I'm going with yes. They'll leave out of Philly 2-2. Boston will get one. They'll be going back to Boston. Yeah, what you think?
Ah, man. I'm gonna
You don't sound optimistic over there.
I'm gonna agree to the slightest bit just because it's Boston has been they beat Atlanta in 6 games. You know what I'm saying? But they've been kind of they haven't played like that perfect stretch of games yet. I could see them dropping one in Philly. And having the series go back 2-2 now. I think they win games 5 and game 6. That game 5 in Boston and that game 6 in Philly, I think they win and close out the series 4-2. But Embiid's the MVP, so we should see something. We should see
you ain't gonna let me let it down. But I seen an interesting stat, a stat that actually applies and tells a story. It was Embiid is 1-9 in the playoffs against the Celtics. I think 1-10 now.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is.
They play him tough, man. They definitely play him tough.
Yeah, but he got to. I mean, I don't know. He needs to eventually. Maybe not game. Maybe they can get one of these games at home without that type of performance. But game 5 or game 6 or game 7, maybe all 3. He's going to need those performance like he had at the end of the regular season at 52 points, I believe, on like
you made me go look
shooting.
You made me go back and look at that game, bro. He was 25 on the field.
Yeah.
Oh my
god,
bro,
it's ridiculous, bro. For a 50 ball, bro, that's crazy.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
So we got ourselves a good one tonight. Shifting focus too. I'm nervous.
I know you're nervous. I'm just going to say it. Denver's still in 1 in Phoenix.
Bro, that's what I'm scared of, bro. I was getting flashbacks of the sweep last year in fucking Brooklyn, bro. And I'm like, I feel that same energy. I'm not trying to throw it out there in the air, but I'm feeling that same vibe where I'm like, we're going to get one. We're going to get one. We're going to get one. And then next thing you know, the only thing we're getting is fucking boat tickets to fucking Cancun, bro. Like, fuck. I'm just so nervous because the Suns is just so top heavy, and now the 3% production that we was getting from Chris Paul is not there. I do think Campaign plays big tonight, though.
Plays better than a healthy Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's not.
So you agree with me
that? I think he's.
So you agree with me that Chris Paul is now Cliff Paul? Like, he's not the same ball. Like, that's why I've been trying to say this since the Suns formed. It's KD and Booker. That's it. DeAndre Ayton is just a role player. Chris Paul at this point in his career is just a role player.
Yeah, he can't.
You know what I mean, bro? Who's the backup point guard for Memphis? Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
I'm taking Tyus Jones over Chris Paul.
Yeah, I am too. And that's why I like him. No, that's why I like, and that's no disrespect. We're not disrespecting Chris Paul.
No. He's a legend. I'm just saying right now.
Yeah. And that's why I think Campaign could give us a different spark just because he's younger, he's faster. You know what I mean? He make it keep up a little bit, make it push the pace a little bit more. It'll be a different look for Denver right now with Campaign, who's arguably most likely going to start tonight. And I also think Monty Williams has to play guys like T.J. Warren and Terrence Ross.
Absolutely.
These other fucks ain't giving you nothing, bro. You need some gunners out there. Niggas that's going to shoot the ball, bro.
Yep. We had a comment, and somebody, I'm going to show some love. Their YouTube name is Jimmy Warren.
My man Jimmy. He texted me the other day and said he broke
down. Yeah, he left a comment and he broke down the Suns' issues. You know, just the same things we were alluding to. Just how the rotation, they need to make some changes. Certain guys need to play, like you said. So, yeah, they need to make some changes. I do think KD goes for 30 to 40 tonight. I think this is the big KD game. I think they're going to lean on him heavy. So I would take the KD 30 prop bet.
I was thinking about that, and you know KD, every once in a while, he want to get fucking 11 assists and fucking have 10 rebounds. I might sprinkle his triple-double. I might. I got to see what the pieces for. But I think he
that value might be there.
It definitely is. Last time I checked, plus 1,400 for my gamblers out there.
That's it? I thought it would be higher than that, bro.
But he be flirting with it, bro, because they trap him a lot, like off the screens. He hits 8 in the pocket. I think Devin Booker have a lot of assists tonight. The Suns role players just have to step up, bro. They have to step up. DA he needs a tone-setting game. Whether he's going to give me fucking 22 and 12, or is he going to fucking hold Jokic to a 14 and 8 and fucking 5 night.
Bro. You would be right next to Mike Budenholzer if you would have took DeAndre Ayton over Luka, bro. I'm never letting you live that down. I'm never letting you live that down,
bro. That comment just keeps getting. That shit is like. What the
I'm bringing it up. I
thinking?
Promise. I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up right here.
But the Luka thing, you can argue, but nah,
bro. And bro, you throwing me all the way off, bro.
What's wrong with
Ayton? Bro, come on, man.
Under 25, bro, who I would build the franchise with a solid big, and I put the pieces around him.
So, we're looking at this. All right, this is how I'm looking at it, right? 4 centers. First of all, DeAndre, you said I'm putting the pieces around. I don't think DeAndre Ayton can lead a team to nowhere. But
oh man, Suns got to get this one tonight. Everything's riding on them. They got to shift this. Get these 2 in Phoenix and shift that pressure back to the Nuggets, man, because they're rolling right now. They're really looking like a number 1 seed. So very interested to see how this shit plays out. Quickly though, Julius Randle looked phenomenal in his his game back. I don't think we covered game 2 of the Heat.
We didn't cover game 2. No Jimmy Butler. I kind of expected New York to get that win though at home. Like I said, no Jimmy.
They barely got it too.
They did barely get it. Yeah. We know how we feel when the star players is out. For some reason, the team covers the spread or they win the game. I don't know what the hell.
Always like that. Always like that. Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting because I think Julius Randle is a key factor in this matchup, like across the board, because outside of Jalen Brunson, Barrett here and there, Julius Randle is one of your consistent guys that's going to look for his shot, put pressure on that defense, hit the glass. They was definitely missing him in that game 1. So, I might fall back to the Knicks side on this one with Julius Randle back in the lineup. What you think?
They're going to Miami. If Jimmy's back, bro, I'm not betting against Jimmy. That's just the way I feel right now. It's kind of reminded me of like Brady in the playoffs, and I'm going to that point, like where it's like I don't want to bet against him. Not with this Knicks team, at least. The Knicks. I feel like the Knicks are like the kings of the West. Of the East. Young teams, a lot of excitement. Playing at home is going to be, really fun atmosphere in New York. But I don't think they got the dogs to mess with Miami. And I like Eric Spoelstra just as a coach, a little better than Tibbs. So yeah, I can see this honestly being like 4-2.
4-2 Heat.
4. Yeah, 4-2 Heat, maybe even 4-1, bro. Because I think the Heat can get both of these at home.
At home.
Yeah,
I definitely like it. My thing with the Heat is outside of Jimmy, Bam here and there. I just who's that second guy? And I feel like it's gonna come down to certain games where, and I know it's been different moments, different guys have been stepping up, but who is that?
But
that third guy for them,
right?
That's
but I think
that production.
But I think that's going to be rotating in and out, right? You got guys with experience, with playoff experience and NBA championships like Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love. I know they're at the tail end of their career, but they've been in these positions countless of times. And then you get some help from other guys like Strus and Gabe Vincent, and they coming in, they playing big minutes. And you know my motto: role players play better at home. They are going to hit threes and make shots, just like I'm sure we'll talk about this soon. But JaMychal Green. You see how he played, that second game. I guarantee JaMychal Green won't play like that in LA. But yeah, that's why I think Miami will figure it out. I can see it going back to New York 3-1. That's my take.
That's a bold take. I definitely think New York gets one down there in Miami. I think this goes 7. I'm leaning Knicks, but it could definitely go either or. I would love to see the Knicks get to the Eastern Conference Finals, just to throw a little salt in the Dallas Mavericks room. Like, you want to sign me, guys? Oh, bad. I'm gonna go to the East and get to the same spot, man.
Right.
So,
and now Kyrie all at the Lakers game, dapping Bron up. It's over. It's over for Dallas.
It's gonna be interesting to see what direction they go in, but
no, for
definitely
sure.